Oh, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Come heal with me. Come heal with me. Healing as in accepting, acknowledging, and digesting. And woo, baby. Listen, I'm just going to say we're going to do a little bit acknowledging, a little bit digesting, a little bit healing. Listen, I don't even know where to direct this one to, but we just going to, wrap it all up in one nutshell. Okay, listen, if you are here under the sound of my voice, go ahead and hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And remember that this is not a chat for children, so if you are a child, you probably should exit stage left. And last but not least, listen, when you come on this chat, you might as well speak, honey, because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. All right. Shout out to Anthony Lofty for getting this part 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure what part he is on, and I've been trying to catch up, but I couldn't catch up, so I'm just trying to jump in where I can, honey, and things that make sense to me, I can speak about. But it's still all allegedly because I am not the one with the proof in the pudding, and Mr. Anthony is. Okay, so let me remind you guys that if you want to watch the full video, I'll put the link down below to the video, and I'll also tag him so you guys can go over and watch that full video. With that being said, receipts, okay, he had receipts with Bug, Kiki, where apparently, okay, supposedly Kiki and Bugs had a conversation along with this makeup artist, and it somehow there's supposed to be a video of some unsecure holiness stuff going on, all right? And because of that, at some point, Marceau and Tisha got wind that Bugs might have access to this video, so they decided to hold the project in contingents, right? Which is really illegal. You cannot do that, all right? You signed a contract. I don't care what is going on behind the scenes. You have to fulfill this contract. So we're going to go down what at least I've heard them say and what I can comprehend as a content creator, okay? So Marceau started to say, prior to the meeting, we were outside, and I was prepared because before the meeting, it was said that Bugs said these things, all right? So he's alluding to the fact that Bugs was the one talking about this particular video, okay? Tisha goes on to say, they said they have it recorded, and Bugs was the one that said these things, okay? Kiki told us at doing filming. So Bugs is like, oh, really? Okay. Well, I like to see this episode if that's what transpired, okay? Marceau likes, no. It's not on the episode. Tisha is like, when Marceau asks her, do you have the recording? She's like, when Marceau asked her, do she have the recording? She's like, no. Bugs is like, no. So neither of them are, admitting that they had this recording. Bugs is like, I never told you I didn't have it, but what I did say is I'll let you listen, but ain't nobody sending nobody nothing. He says, I'm a black smart man. Don't play with my intelligence. I said, tell him again. All right. So that's what he was saying about this recording. Again, so far we have heard nothing that has anything to do with why the project should not be completed, okay? So this conversation is being taken with Bugs, his business partner, it appears to be, and if I'm wrong, forgive me, but I think that's his business partner. Bugs, Tisha, and Marceau is having this conversation. So Bugs' business partner jump in and says, if we really believe that this is true, okay, they're talking about the video, if the things that you guys, we're talking about the video is true, why would we deal with you in the first place? He says, when I first went to Bugs, Bugs was super excited about the meeting. He like, okay, they really F with us. Let's go, He says Tisha was throwing different numbers out there. And because she was throwing the numbers out there and they sound great, it was like, okay, cool, let's do that. So Tisha's like, look, I don't know. I'm so confused. This originally started with a conversation between Jasmine and Bugs, right? And Bugs is like, y'all men, y'all people, y'all strange people are weirdos, right? He said, I don't know what was going to happen, because, people are weird, right? So I had to make sure I protect myself. Bugs' business partner jumped on and said, don't pull the hairs on my chin. He said, this has nothing to do. Don't try to change the subject with you telling us this is contingent upon what Bugs supposedly have on you guys, right? It has nothing to do with one thing, don't have nothing to do with the other, okay? So he's like, let's not play with my intelligence, right? Bugs is like, yeah, and I love how Bugs is in the background getting them straight, okay? Bugs is like, look, I wish I could remember all the words Bugs was throwing out there, but he was with the smoke, okay? And he's basically in the background like, yeah, y'all people, sweet. and sour, but we with the naive, right? And he's letting them know that we're not dummies. We can intellectually understand what you're doing. So they're like, we heard the price, and we, like I told you guys in the beginning, they heard the price that Tisha gave them. Immediately they jumped in it, because he said, so don't sit here and act like people was acting like they rich bosses. You know what I mean? They big bosses. He says Tisha offered to do the project for $20K. He says, okay, we can get you that $30K loan, right? So then Marceau jumps in and he's tried to spin the conversation again, and Bugs is eating him up in the background, like I told y'all the first time. Okay, Bugs' partner jump in and says, let's not sit here and act like you guys wasn't holding a tick for tack, okay? Because you did. If we didn't, we would have never been here in the first place, okay? He says we've liked what Tisha given us in the beginning. We've liked the prices that she gave us, and because of that, we jumped on it. So nobody act like they weren't appreciative to what you guys did for us, but this is business at the end of the day. So we're not acting like we're not appreciative to it, but we also do not owe you anything. Okay, so the business partner goes on to say, look, if you were not being, or if you were not saying that this is contingent upon what you think Bugs have on you and what you guys were supposed to deliver for us, you should have said that on the phone. We kept asking you for a bigger understanding or a better understanding, and you kept sending us on a merry-go-round. So now we are here now. We're here today, right? And he said that, if you would have told us when we asked you for more clarification, we wouldn't be here. All you had to do is say, look, because of this, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and this is where it's going to go from here, right? So he said we would have appreciated you would have had this conversation with us when we asked you to, and we ain't have to bring it like this, right? And then in addition to that, he says, and we would have been able to move forward from that, right? But he said that never transpired, which makes us, have the conversation we're having now. Marceau says that part was a part of a never conversation, right? Bug jump in and says, what conversation are we talking about exactly, right? Are we talking about the conversation with the recording that I'm supposedly having, right? And Bugs is like, that's what I said in the first place. Y'all people trying to make me seem like I'm crazy. I've been saying that since the very beginning. And again, I'm paraphrasing because this isn't word from word what he said. If you guys want the word from word, go on over to Anthony Lofty's chat. Okay. But also Marceau is like, I'm not holding you guys project up on purpose, right? His partner jumps in and he's like, but you never said that. If you would have said that, that the video had nothing to do with the project, then we wouldn't be here, as I mentioned before. He said, but you never said that. That is why we're here today, basically, okay? Marceau goes on and on and on in circles, pumping himself up to believe he's talking very intelligent, and he really sounds dumb as hell. So they're both like, look, we've been asking you to be clear from the very beginning. You're not sorry. You're only sorry now because you know how I carry my tail, right? I'm coming fully bloated. So now you're sorry because you know you ain't dealing with no dumb behind dude, okay? And I can respect that. So don't be sorry now. You should have been very sorry that you didn't give us a clear response, okay? So, no, Bug says, I heard exactly what you said. And what you said exactly. See, I love a person that can have a conversation that don't mind running that thing back for somebody and say, look, this is what you said. Don't play with my intelligence. And that is exactly what Bug says. Bug says, you wanted me to send you the video in order for you to do X, Y, and Z. He says, but you already knew how I was coming, and you knew I was going to cover my tail, all right? So what you said was you was prepared. Bugs is saying what he said was he was prepared for Bugs to take him for legal actions. Bugs said that Marceau said, whatever the repercussion going to be, I'm ready, right? And I'm ready for whatever repercussion going to be. I said what I said and I meant what I said, and I'm ready for it because I got more money than you. Now, sucker, why? Okay? So what you saying is, you wrong as hell for holding their project up because you are afraid of the video that you think that he has. You wrong for that, but you don't give a dang because you saying you have the money to fight it, like to fight this if they go if they go for legal action against you. Okay, that itself is insane to me. Okay, so the partner jumps in and says, why would he, I hear what you're saying and all that, but understand, why would he take you for a video that's in his possession? That don't even make sense. I said, I'm with you, partner. I'm with you. That doesn't even make sense. So don't try to, again, play with words. Marceau says, look, we never stopped your project. We just slowed it down. Okay, Bugs is like, y'all changing it up now, playing with words. I said, yes, get them, because that's exactly what I was saying. Why the hell y'all playing with words? You did stop it, just as you admitted prior to that, that Bugs said. I believe you did just what Bugs said you did, right? You said, whatever the repercussion of it is, I'm going to do it, but I'm still going to move the way Marceau want to move. I believe that you said it just like that. Okay, so Marceau says, I have conversation to, prove that I have not stopped the project, but I slowed it down with the electric company, with et cetera, people that shows and prove that I have been working on it. It just slowed down. So basically, it says we have been contracted since April, and there's nothing done. The most we got is a broken ground. Okay, the grounds have been broken. That's the farthest we got. He says we're not going for it. Basically, he's telling him like we're not going for it, and that's the farthest we got. Nothing has got done. So don't sit here and tell us that you slowed it down when nothing got done but a broken ground. At least some additional stuff should have been done. We're now here, right? You've been working on this contract since April. That's when you got the thing. And Marceau, if you could, Marceau says, look, I'm not playing with words. His final response is, I'm not playing with words. I most definitely did not stop your project. If I could have shortened your load or your time frame to have this work done, I would have, right? But I couldn't. So he said, look, if I had the ability to make this happen in 10 days, I would have, right? But what most annoying to me is the fact that, one, they are holding these young boys up because they have to approve of the contractor. Two, the fact that they have not allegedly given back the entire amount of money that was supposed to be given back to these boys, which is why money is being raised for them, I believe, over there with Anthony, or already have been done. Okay. Also, what's really bugging me out is that they're trying to play in these young boys' face. Toodles to the young boys. Bugs in his part. That's standing their ground and says, no, sir, you won't be over here playing Ring Around the Rosie with us. Okay, we're very intelligent, and this is not our first rodeo. Okay, I don't understand the concept of, again, them needing approval to approve the contract for them to get the contractor for them to get into the building. If you guys pulled out, you were fired. What is, you were fired. You're off the scene. Give these young boys the keys. Let them go into the office. Let them show the next contractor what they need to do, and let somebody else jump on it so that these young boys can get back to making money and being great entrepreneurs. I don't understand that. And I definitely do not understand. See, this is what I'm talking about low vibrational, non-professional people. What do the video have to do with the business that you signed the contract to fulfill? None of that makes sense. And what was the most annoying to me was Tisha in the background. Tisha, shut the hell up, okay? And the reason why I tell you to shut the hell up, because every time you talk, you made it worse. And you could not comprehend nor separate the two, in my opinion, from business and other stuff, okay? Business and pleasure. You couldn't separate the two. You couldn't stick to the strip. You could not stick to the task at hand. That's why you kept going back. Well, you got the recording, but we're not talking about the recording. We're talking about how we got here. And after we got here, we've already discovered that Marceau tried to play with words, and he's saying now that that's not what he meant. Okay? But you're about to play hangman with your husband. Okay? So just shut the hell up. Look cute with your new body, and your girl just strut around the office. It works. Okay? But listen, I know this was a mouthful. You guys meet me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Meet me in the comment section. Turn your notifications on. Hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time. Bye.